Hello my friends, how are you? I hope everybody is fine. My name is Daniel Villarino. Welcome to my YouTube channel. First, I would like to thank Scott Jones from Anchorbider Woodworks for sending me this beautiful sticker, and I am going to put it there on my door. You will see it in next videos. And also I will place in the description links to his home page in internet as well as his YouTube page, because he uploads some videos as well. So thank you, Scott. Now I want to do some more work with the eccentric turning platform, and I have this piece of Hackberry. Is kiln dry, so it's already dry. It has 3 inches of height and it is 4 inches in diameter. It's not too tall, but I would like to do with this some sort of a base, or a pencil holder, something that will have a shape on the exterior part that will look like a gear, or maybe a star or a flower or something like that. I don't know still, but let's see what happens. Because it is not too tall, I'm going to use this piece of plywood to attach it and use it as a sacrificial piece or a glue block. And then I am going to mount the whole thing on the eccentric turning platform that we have seen in previous videos. And with that we are going to do the work of the eccentric work. So that's today's project. I hope you enjoy it. Let's get to work. I begin preparing the glue block out of a piece of plywood. In it I make a square, find its diagonals, which will intersect in a center, and I trace the largest circle that will fit in the square. The squared side and the circle will serve as a reference to remove excess material in the miter saw. I have put, for the moment, the spalted Hackberry blank in the big jaws of my chuck. I am going to flatten the circular face so it will make a nice contact with the plywood piece, and I will throw up the lateral face to a cylinder. Placing the conic live center in the center of the plywood, I press it against the circular face of the Hackberry blank. I use the glue gun to fix the plywood to the Hackberry blank. I threw up the lateral face of the plywood. I make some marks with a pencil, and using a sanding board that has a grit 80 sandpaper, I flatten the circular face of the plywood. I mount on the headstock the eccentric turning platform. You can see that the mobile base is centered in the platform, and because I made a couple more medallions, the plywood in the center is a bit damaged. But it does not matter, because I need to make a mortise big enough to hold the plywood glue block. I measure the plywood glue block diameter, and I find that it is exactly 6 inches. I take that measure in the compass so that I can transfer it to the mobile base. I am using a parting tool that has a small negative rake scraper to begin to clean the mortise, and then I will switch to a square carbide cutter tool. To achieve a perfect fit is a trial and error process, removing a tiny bit each time until we get the piece to fit in the mortise. I pressure everything using a flat live center so the plywood will stay perfectly flat against the bottom of the mortise, and using the lathe indexing system I made marks separated 30 degrees one from the next. The headstock axis has 12 perforations separated 30 degrees one from the next. You loosen the screw, rotate until it will find the next perforation, and then retighten. With the light in the top hole in the headstock, you can see the perforations that I mentioned. The reason why the axis perforation does not match the one on the top of the headstock is because the headstock perforations are made in such a way that when the same indentation is placed in 2 consecutive headstock perforations, the displacement is 10 degrees. In that way, we could make 36 marks equally distributed, but now I just need 12. As a reference, I number the positions both in the mobile base and in the glue block. With a small level, I check that the drill axis is as horizontal as possible, and I move the tool rest to use it as a guide for the drill. I use a bit with that countersink to make the pilot holes for the screws. I am going to secure the glue block to the mobile base using 4 screws in the positions 1, 4, 7 and 10. In other words, separated every 90 degrees. I drew up again the Hackberry cylinder and I sand it up to 600 grit. I use a 2-inch Forstner bit to make a central perforation. My apologies for the blurriness. With a round carbide cutter, I shape the bottom of the perforation. I sand through the grits from 80 to 600 and I finish using my homemade abrasive paste. I want a satin finish, so I will not use the friction polish. Now begins the fun. I am going to remove the mobile base from its central position and place it towards one side. I approach the tailstock to have a reference to see if I am at the place where I want to make the eccentric work. Happy with that position, I fix the mobile base to the platform. You can see that the weight is notoriously unbalanced. I'm going to do a test to check at what speed the lathe begins to vibrate with the current unbalance in weight. The arrows show that about 300 RPMs everything begins to vibrate, and at 500 RPMs the vibration is very strong. The solution is to install counterweights to balance the platform. I will add them one by one, testing how the weight is distributed after each new counterweight is added. have run out of space and still the weight is unbalanced. So I am going to screw a couple of extra counterweights to the ones that I already installed. It seems it is okay now. It is a bit difficult to know because the belt of the motor produces a bit of friction on the pulley. I will do a test running at speed to see if I can reach the RPMs that I need without vibration. Otherwise, I can regulate by moving the last counterweight that I put towards the center if the counterweight side is too heavy, or by adding a thinner one if it is too light. I'm going to increase the speed, and as you can see, it will reach 1100 RPMs without any vibration. Since for this project I need to turn only at 500 RPMs, it is not necessary to test at higher speeds. The weight balance is now more than good enough. I'm going to use a 1.5 inch Forstner bit to make a flute on one side of the Hackberry piece. I will continue until the bit will reach the glue bit. The flute has been made in the 4/4 position. For the next, I have to rotate the plywood wood block 60 degrees. Now, the number 4 in the plywood glue block will be in front of the number 2 in the mobile base. Since the mobile base has pilot holes already made, I leave the screw tips a bit proud of the plywood glue block bottom, so they will help me place the glue block exactly in the holes that I need. Now I can secure everything to the mobile base. And it is ready to make the second flute. I'm going to repeat the process 4 more times until I get 6 flutes. Each time I am going to rotate the plywood glue block 2 positions with respect to the mobile base. In this way, each flute will be separated 60 degrees from the previous one and also from the next one. And so we have 6 flutes in the exterior part of the piece. I reinstall the mobile base in the central position, since I need to remove some of the hardened glue with the parting tool, so that I can separate the Hackberry piece from the glue block. I remove the eccentric turning platform from the lathe headstock, so that I can put now the cold jaws that will allow me to work on the piece base. With an 1.5 inch bit, I make a recess for my logo coin. I approach the flat live center to have a better hold, and I give shape to the lower part of the piece. The finished process for a piece like this requires quite a bit of manual work. To facilitate the sanding, I roll up a sandpaper in a tube that fits inside the flute pretty well. I am going to apply 2 coats of sanding sealer, sanding after each one, and then I am going to apply abrasive paste. finally, I am going to use the wheel polishing system. It has 3 wheels. The first is a flannel wheel, harder than the others, which is dressed with a tripoli bar as polishing agent. This works really well with a coat of abrasive paste that I already put in the piece. The second wheel is a mix of flannel and cotton. It is dressed with white diamond, a polishing agent made mainly of tin oxide and thinner than the tripoli. And the last wheel, which is only cotton, is used with the carnauba wax. The heat generated by the friction will make the wax to penetrate the wood and get fixed there. Okay, my friends, I have finished this pencil holder or bowl, or however you want to call it. It has a very interesting shape, like a cog or a gear. Being an engineer, I really like this industrial look. It has the coin on the base over there from www.coinsandpins.com, and as you could see, I had to finish it using the build system with the tripoli wheel, then the white diamond wheel, and finally the carnauba wax wheel. And I think the look is pretty nice. It's not as shiny as the friction polish, but in this particular object, which is kind of industrial look, I really like it that way. So now, if you allow me, I would like to show you some of the pictures that I have received from the subscribers. This beautiful fruit bowl in walnut was made by Benicio Enrique in Pereira, Colombia. Great job, Benicio. This huge wheel is a pulley model for a foundry, showing a more industrial side of wood turning, and was made by Jorge in Lima, Peru. Super interesting, Jorge. The sapelli bowl has a resin decorative band with pieces of sapelli and iroko. Was made by José Luis in Zamora, Spain. Excellent work, José Luis. This acrylic pen and this in bocote, paduk, mango and ebony were made by Josian in Las Piedras, Puerto Rico. Beautiful pens, Josian. Mauricio, from Argentina, but living in Almería, Spain, made these ingenious lamps with the shapes of a faucet and a water pump, out of recycled pallet wood. Great job, Mauricio. And Bruno, in Montevideo, Uruguay, has been doing a lot of threaded boxes out of red quebracho. This one is a good example. Very good job, Bruno. And here, let me show you some pictures of the Blackberry Gear pencil holder. Okay, I hope you enjoy these pictures. I think they are really good. And also I put there some pictures of this pencil holder. And if you have enjoyed this video, please mark the like button down below, make comments, and if you haven't subscribed yet to my channel, please do so. And it will be until the next one. Cheers!